So we are recreating some of the DoorDash screens, and today we are going to work with the textiles. I have copy pasted all three screens here, and we are going to pick all the fonts that are being used, typography details that are being used here. And we are going to make sure that for each text we pick up these details: what is the weight, what is the size of the font, and then what is the line height for used for the font, and then what is the letter spacing. So let's get started. I'm going to hit T on the keyboard and start typing exactly what it says. Exactly what it says here. So I am just simply going to place it. So for me, since I was working in the file, it already came in the similar font. If you see here something like regular or any other fonts weight selected, you can try to select the other weights to match it. So it is bold, so I'm gonna go with bold, and from here you are going to select the size, and 14 sound looks reasonable compared to that. And this is the line height. Make sure you are using the line height like multiple of fours, and this is multiple fours. Just make sure that it is a bit bigger than the font size, which means like if it is 14, I am going with 16, and so on. And this is the letter spacing. We will touch that if needed. So I am gonna just place the text here. It looks, I think it works fine. So I'm gonna leave it like this, and now I am going to pick these details. So it comes in bold. So this text, I am going to add the details here. Bold 14, these details, bold 14, 16, and 0. Bold 14, 16, and 0. So I'm just gonna place them here, and you can also do is Control Alt, select the text that you just adjusted in those settings, and set Control Alt and C. It will copy all the styles, or you can select from here copy properties and paste them here. So I just pasted them here. Now they both have same things applied. Now for the next text, I'm just copy pasting it and exactly typing what it says on the screen using same styling. By the way, I am using TT norms, which is used by DoorDash. If you are not able to find the font, you can find anything similar. You can try going with Inter. Idea is that these screens should look identical, but if you can't find exactly same items like these illustrations, we are just simply going to replace them with something which matches the vibe and style. So now I am placing it here. It is not bold, so I'm gonna try medium, looks reasonable, and then it I'm gonna place it here. Okay, it looks reasonable. Just using arrows or maybe zoom function to place it right where it should be. Maybe it doesn't move like this. Okay, it looks reasonable. So it is for medium 14, 16, 0. So I'm gonna type these details: medium 14, 16, and 0. And again, we are going to hit Control Alt C and apply the styling here. Okay, so next I see this text. I have already added this here. So it says catering. I added catering. It is medium 12 and 16. I'm gonna copy paste the style here and write this down: medium 12, 16, and 0. You can see the deal. If you copy paste the styling by Control Alt and copy, you will be seeing the same styling here, and you can just simply write medium 12, 16, and the 0. Okay, this text, this comes in the same styling, this one, so I'm not gonna put this again. Now we have this offer text, and I'm gonna paste the style here. It is bold 12, 16, sorry, and this. Now we have a heading which is 14, bold, means bold 14, 16, and 0. I think we have seen this size right here, so I am not gonna add this again. Now we have this text which is 12, 16, and probably 2, 1, or maybe 1.5 letter spacing. Yeah, this sounds reasonable. So this is the text that I'm seeing here. I'm gonna apply the properties here. It comes in regular, 12 size, 16 letter spacing, sorry, line height, and 1.5% letter spacing. So I wrote this down. It comes in percentage. I'm not typing that, but yeah, you can, if you want to, you can add these. And then this text, the button text, so this comes in this size. I already added it, bold 13, 16, and minus 2.5. So I added the styles. With styles, it just adds everything that is applied there. So I'm gonna change the color, bold 13, 16, minus 2.5. As you can see that I am using multiples of 4 for all these line heights, and I'm making sure by choosing the number that this is not too small. So 12 can also have 12, but if I type something like this, it will go below this line, the box it is providing it with. So I am making sure it is slightly bigger than, sorry, by selecting full, so that the text doesn't go outside of the vertical box. Okay, so here we have saved stores as is smaller, and it comes in bold 18, 16, and minus 1. I'm just gonna simply copy paste the styling here and write down minus 1. So I'm gonna quickly add these two. So this text is coming in 14, 16, 0. We have seen this 14, 16, 0. Not gonna add it again. This one comes in this sizing. So just bold 11, 12, and minus 1. So on this screen, since these two cards are same, so this text is going to be, okay, I missed one. So this is the supplementary text, and also this. So I am using, so here they are using medium 12, 16. We already have medium 12, 16, 0. So that's why I didn't add it again. So these are the cards, just a bit stretched, the same styling with different images. So we already have these two, so not gonna need them again. We already have these two, and then I'm gonna go here. This size, this thing is introduced here, so it says signature melts. I'm gonna type this down and make sure that it fits melts, so it fits here. I'm gonna copy the style, add it here, and it is bold 12, 16, and plus 2. And do I have this already? No, I don't. So I'm gonna keep this, and now I'm just gonna check the for other text that is being used. You can make sure that we don't miss anything. So this one is again bold 12, 16. We already have it. Now what we are gonna do is to arrange them. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did with the colors, and what I'm going is just dragging over it, selecting them, and pressing shift on the keyboard and selecting the other two. And by the way, I added one more. I missed this heading, so we have this. I'm making a copy. I then align them here and apply auto layout, reducing the spacing. And again, the idea is that we can organize them in a certain order. So the order I want to follow is to keeping the biggest one on the top, and then gradually reducing. So we have one font for 81 weight, 18 size coming in one weight. Same goes for 16, and but 14 comes in two sizes. Then 12 comes in. So this is being coming in coming in two times. I'm just quickly gonna check which one had -2. It's +2. So the tab one. Just keeping this one separately. Just in a minute I'll explain what my plans are. Adding 13 here, or maybe 13 was for buttons, so I'm just gonna keep the buttons and tabs separately. Tabs 12, 12, 12, 11, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I made a section and I'm gonna copy paste it here. Now we can ungroup them and organize them a bit better. So these three have come from same family, these two come from same family. It means the size, and yes, that's pretty much it. Here, just organizing them. Okay, so now we are gonna name them. So selecting them by dragging like this, making a copy, putting it right next to it. So the biggest one we have, I'm gonna name it title, probably with the T, big T. Now I'm gonna call this subtitle. This will be body 1, and since it is in bold, I'm gonna add bold after slash. Medium and regular. Now this is slightly smaller than this, but still being used to describe things, and so I'm gonna add body 2 and calling it body 2 bold. No, it's medium in fact. Okay, I organized this a bit wrong. So this will be body 2 and bold, and this will be medium. This will be, sorry, Z, Control Z, copy, and regular. Now what I'm gonna do is calling this captions. Why I'm naming these things like this, again, you can use the material design guidelines to name them properly. I'm gonna show you what it is missing here, but for now I'm just focusing on the fonts that were used on those 3 screens. Now for this one, I added the detail that this was used in buttons and this was used in tabs. Okay, so we now we can delete these, or you can keep them. It's totally up to you. But next step is that okay, there is one problem. We need to update the line height for these, since I said that the line height will be bigger than the font size. Okay, for 18 I chose the 20, which comes in as a multiple of 4. Now I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna click on these 4 dots, add plus, and just simply calling it title with probably plenty bigger. Or you can copy the text from here, select, save, and yes, body 1 bold. I'm just gonna copy these names that I added them here, and paste it here as a name. Again, you can write the descriptions on what exactly these texts are going to be used in. So for now, I'm just naming them. Copy. You can even call them full medium. Quickly adding them. Copy the name, add them, regular or maybe reg only. Caption. This is for buttons. So I saved all of these which I found, like text details which I found on the screens. There is one thing that I want to show you here. Since we chose only random screens, and if you are working with some different screenshots or different app, you can use Airbnb, you can use Duolingo, you can use any other platform. So there is going to be slight difference, and since there are many, the scale has a lot of details, but not all of them gets used on one or two screens. So your typography scale will probably look something like this. It means that title might come in one weight, and then the subtitle we can have in more than one weight, or even sizes, since 16 and 14. And then body. So when we are selecting any type of any font, we can use them in up to 3 weights. So 3 weights, it can be, they can be anyone. So you can see that there are a lot of them. Don't go below regular, which means light, extra thin, and thin, because they are not legible. You people won't be able to read them. So between regular to extra bold, you can choose any 3, but just keep the details consistent, which means that if I'm going with bold, the next it will be medium, which is slightly smarter than this. If I go choose bold and this one may be black, then the rhythm is broken. So if I go choose bold, then this one, if you are not picking up from the screens and trying the typography by yourself, these things will work there. And if you are picking from the screens, just try to match the details and see what is the pattern they are following. So probably this is how it will work. So I'm gonna undo this, but your typography scale might look like this. So here we have worked with the typography. See you in the next video.